Since Dave Castros nowhere to be found this year, I've been scouring CrossFit main site and .com for breadcrumbs trying to figure out what the most poignant clues are. CrossFit main site workouts often have hints for the open, regional, and games workouts. I think that is going to be our best source for finding the clues this year. First things first, the couch. If you've watched the videos, you probably realize this one is way too nice. What you want to get is one that looks like it's from the set of Roseanne. One of the reasons for this is if you're training with this type of couch and using it as an implement, it's way too firm, it's way too nice, and it's not going to give you the same type of training stimulus. It stores way too much elastic energy, and if you're using one of those old ones, you're going to notice it's a lot harder to move, it's a lot harder to train on, and it's just going to be a completely different animal. So definitely go to your local Goodwill, scour, garage sales, do whatever you have to do to get this implement, because if you're not training in the way that you're competing, you're just wasting your time. So the next thing that you're gonna notice in those videos is there's always the older gentleman holding a blue jug that looks exactly like this. I have some intel behind the scenes at HQ saying that they had to take on a corporate sponsor, and what I think is that that corporate sponsor is Gatorade. That is what's in the jug. So if you break down that word, Gatorade, there's gonna be an event fighting gators. Since the video was shot in a home, I'm assuming you're gonna have to use some type of household implement in that ring of combat. So personally, I would select a broom if I had to do it. And I'm gonna give you some tips of how to do that. Choke up on the end of it and get your elbow at about a 90-degree angle. So this is gonna make it so the tricep is half lengthened, and it's gonna allow you to store elastic energy for when you're pushing those gators away. And that's gonna be really, it's probably the only way to do well in that event. Right, and as we saw with the dumbbells in the previous two opens, there's always a ton of athletes scrambling to figure out what the best technique is. People not knowing how to hold the dumbbells on the front rack walking lunges. So I'm here to show you one of the better technical maneuvers for holding these jugs, because I think this is gonna be the new implement this year, and they're pretty awkward. They tend to slosh around a little bit. So I think you're gonna need to learn to develop the hook grip on this jug and figure out a way to hold it to keep it balanced. And you know what, with these jugs, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few athletes, unscrewing the cap a little bit and pouring it out during their rounds to get an advantage. I mean, in past years, you've seen the athletes with those tiny plates on the bar facing burpees, so who knows. So I hope these clues helped you guys, and I would stay tuned. We have a lot of content coming out through the Open this year, Thursday nights, Saturday afternoons, and Monday nights.
Looking for the coolest way to start Open Season 2019? Training Think Tank's got your back. With first thoughts on Thursday nights, where the McGoldricks, Mike and Brandy, go head-to-head and test their marriage immediately following the release of each workout. With commentary from yours truly, Max El-Haj, and tips and strategy from TTT coaches, Brandon and Kyle. And then second thoughts with Max El-Haj on Saturday afternoon. After seeing Travis Mayer and the rest of the TTT squad perform the workout, I'll break it down by athlete level. We got you covered, whether you're a beginner, amateur, or one of those feisty pros. And Monday evening, we'll have Travis versus Trevor, where you'll see his first attempt side by side with his second attempt. And maybe a little commentary. Let the countdown to the Open begin on Training Think Tank's YouTube channel.
We'll see you on Thursday nights.